OP responds, if I wait too long, she'll be married to him and they'll probably have a kid, and I'm not interested in raising his kids. My man said, I don't want to start from Rob's save file. Hey, everybody. I'm a little sick. It's just a little bit of sniffles, a little bit of stuffy nose. So if my voice sounds a little off, I apologize. I've been drinking tea and water. I'm being naughty though. I am drinking coffee now. I am actually beyond excited for this. We are going to be playing RPG Horror Story Bingo. Our first three, by the way, I'm going to let you guys know now. The first three stories are bangers. We actually have one submitted to the Discord. You can go and find the Discord link. It's in the description or whatever the fuck. It's about to get bright, guys. Sorry. Here we have our lovely bingo card. We have, these are our categories. Out of pocket statement, ignoring red flags. That was an obvious one. Treasure hog, misleading title, problematic DMPC. It's what my character would do. Interrupting, players that are just constantly interrupting other people and not letting them talk. The partner is the problem. Solving out of game problems in game. PvP, OP is the problem. That's one of my favorites. I love it when the OP tells on themselves. Min-maxing, not min-maxing, power gaming. The free space will always be Finn has a dyslexic moment. Those happen a lot, so it might as well be the free space. Somebody's cheating. That one's easy. Edgy loner standing in a corner who doesn't trust anybody because his parents are murdered by an alley bear. And that's why they're destined to be the assassin king and da-da-da-da-da-da. You know what the fuck I'm talking about. Weird/bad homebrew. That one's gonna be an interesting one. I'm actually a bit of a homebrew nut, so I feel like I'm a pretty good judge of that, but maybe I'm not. Maybe the comments will rip me a new one. Who knows? Having no session 0. Every time you don't have a session 0, a crispy dies. Go follow Crispy's Tavern. They're fucking awesome. Lawful stupid. We all know about that shit. People being under the influence. Not knowing the rules. Read your goddamn rule books. Bad grammar/spelling. We're going to probably fill that out instantly. SA. That's a little bit of a cheat because we can read when it's going to have SA, but even so, SA is going to be on there. Communication issues are going to piss me off. So many issues are caused by just not communicating with each other. Metagaming, pretty obvious, and then bad DM ruling. So this is what we're working with here. This is our lovely RPG bingo. And to start us off, instead of going to the standard RPG Horror Story Reddit, we instead have best of Redditor updates, because I thought that would be a lot of fun for this. So yeah, let's read when you have a stuffy nose, Tim. That's a good idea. I have not read these ahead of time. Just as a heads up, I just read the titles. I, 17 male, am in love with the GM of my weekly D&D group, 32 female. How do I tell her? You don't! Move on! Oh, this is gonna be so bad. OP was love older woman. Jesus Christ. This is originally posted to r/legal advice and best of relationships. Why was this from legal advice? I guess because he's 17? Maybe? There's a note, change initials to names for easier reading. Trigger warning. Stalking, obsession, misogyny. Oh, I think we're already going to be able to click off one thing. I get the feeling we're going to be able to click off OP is the problem, but let's find out. Oh boy, this is going to get fucked, huh? Let me just make sure I get rid of that. There we go. Okay. 4 years ago, I started going to a weekly D&D game at my local game shop. The game is run by a 32-year-old woman, Amber. Amber has been in a relationship with a 27-year-old guy, Rob, the entire time I've known her. But Rob recently proposed to Amber. I don't think Rob is good for her. Oh, I'm sure you're going to be really good at judging this, let me tell you. Ah, boy, here we go. I don't think Rob is good for her. He forgot her birthday last year, and I've never seen them do anything romantic together, not even kiss. despite the fact that he has been coming to these games the whole time. Well, yeah, they're not doing PDA in front of a kid, but also like in public. Oh God. Okay. OP is already going to be the problem, but I'm going to wait till the conclusion. Rob doesn't have a lucrative career either. He got his PhD and barely makes ends meet as an adjunct professor only because he's living off the money Amber makes. What the fuck? I'm starting college next year and I'm majoring in computer science. I'll be making way more money and I'll be able to take way better care of her. Let's just get that done and over with. Immediately, OP is the fucking problem. I'm sorry. I don't care what the conclusion is. Just the way this guy's talking, OP is the fucking problem. I'm not just talking out my... None of this is any of OP's... Exactly! Oh my God, I'm already angry. Maybe the angriness will like clear the sickness. It'll be great. I'm not just talking out of my ass either. I'm pretty sure she has some kind of feelings for me because she's bought me dinner a few times on game night and she always tells me how smart and funny I am. She seems super interested in my college plans and she asked me if I had a girlfriend last year. You don't assume just because somebody is nice to you that they like you. It doesn't work that way. As we're going to continue on. So, she asked me if I had a girlfriend last year. Last year, by the way. I know it seems weird since she's 15 years older than me, but if you saw us together, you'd understand. TLDR, I'm in love with my GM and I'm a better choice for her than her boyfriend. How do I get her to understand that? So, just from that alone, what do we have here? Communication issue does not fit there. No. Out of pocket's kind of close, but not quite. Yeah, I think it really is just OP is the problem for right now. So let's keep it going, shall we? Relative comments. I like this section. She doesn't like you as anything more than a friend, and she is engaged. I am cringing at your paragraph about going into comp sci and being better than her partner because of that. There are updates. Let's see. Maybe he turns out like, hey guys, you helped me see my way. You helped me see the light. I have seen the truth and I will leave this poor woman alone because she does not want to be arrested. Oh my God. OP responded, well, working in tech, I'll make more than her boyfriend. That means she won't have to work and we'll have money to go do things that they won't. Oh, God. Okay. Moon Girl says, dude, I hate to break it to you, but no, this is a terrible idea. You are 17 and not even a legal adult, and you know nothing about their relationship. This woman is old enough to actually be your mother. OP responds, she is only 15 years older than me. My parents are 14 years apart in age. 17 is the age of consent in my state. It's the one time I'll concede. Whether or not it's a good thing, personally, I think that even 20 might be a little bit too young, but that's besides the point. Mostly because I think that everybody's stupid until they're 25, so, you know, there's that. Other kind of mermaid. Dude, I'm kidding, by the way. Holy shit. Before that gets taken out of context, don't clip that. Brain isn't fully... Beano? Yeah, brain isn't fully developed until you're 25. Supposedly, I think it's been like slightly debunked, but still has some aspects to that. All right. Other kind of mermaid. Dude, she's engaged. Even if she wasn't, she isn't going to want to be with a high school student. She will be at least 36 by the time you graduate college. It isn't just an age difference. You are in totally different places in your life. She is looking to get married and possibly have kids. You are going to be going to parties and studying for finals. Focus on finding a girl closer to your age. OP, I don't mind having kids right after college. She can stay home and take care of them like my mom did. We'll be able to afford it. Guys, I don't think the update is going to be him seeing the light. I'm a little worried now. This is... Oh, God. When was this posted? Original posting was August of 2017. So, 4 years... This guy has gone to college and is 2 years out of college, probably, right? Takes about, what, 4-ish years? I think. Yeah. They were saying basically 4 years. Oh, my God. Okay, that... She can stay home and take care of them. Well, that's so lovely for you to make that decision for her. Oh, you know, OP is a gentleman. We really should just say, hey, whatever your name is, what was it, Rob? Yeah, Rob, fuck off, Rob. This guy, he's such a nice guy. He's gonna volunteer her to just stay home with the kids. Give up on her own dreams. Also, wait, hold on. Pause. Time out. Wait a second. He pointed out one of the biggest issues is that Rob's unfortunately not lucrative career is that he got a PhD but barely makes ends meet, which first of all, he doesn't fucking know that. But then saying that they're living off the money Amber makes. That means that Amber got into a career that lets her make more than a professor with a PhD. Why the fuck would you want to stay home? She worked her ass off to get that career. I don't even know what it is, but I can guarantee you she worked her fucking ass off to get where she is. Are you shitting me, kid? I'm actively annoyed now. Wow, that just clicked in my head and I went, oh, fuck this kid. Holy shit. All right. Tea Kettle says, I totally get why you're into this woman, but I'm afraid to be deserving of the chance that she changes her mind with R. You also have to be the kind of person to wait it out and not make any moves to sabotage her relationship. You might be seeing her behaviors as in the wrong light, and the focus on comparing yourself to the person she's really with. Sorry, to the person she's with. There you go. To the person she's really with. Just double click that. Comparing yourself. Wait, where was I? Comparing yourself to the person she's with really doesn't make you seem like someone to root for or help. Wait it out. If the feelings become a problem, remove yourself before considering getting between them. And if nothing happens for too long, maybe try to meet other women her age / like her. Both your best shot at her changing her mind about R and your best shot at coming out of things all right if nothing happens between you. OP responds, if I wait too long, she'll be married to him and they'll probably have a kid, and I'm not interested in raising his kids. My man said, I don't want to start from Rob's save file. Oh my God, that's great. Oh, fuck. Okay. All right. Okay. Here's the update, guys. Here we go. I mean, do we even need to discuss how bad this kid is? Like, this is not, there is no, well, maybe, let's hear him out. No, this kid's fucked. Girl lies to the owner of local hobby store, and now I'm banned. This is 1 month later. Oh boy, here we go. All right. I'm not mentally prepared for this. Yeah, this is the same person. This is their update, basically. This is, oh boy. Hi, I'll try to keep this brief. I usually spend my Fridays at a local hobby store playing D&D and Magic the Gathering. Over the years I've been playing there, I got a crush on one of the employees, Amber. So it says Amber was the GM. Not that Amber was an employee. This dude's harassing a fucking employee. Also, I mean, again, good for her that she's like an employee at this game shop. And making more than her PhD boyfriend. Hey, you know, good for them. Game store is probably running pretty well. Over the years I've been playing there, I got a crush on one of the employees, Amber. She has a boyfriend, Rob, but I felt like I had to say something or I'd regret it, so I did. She told me she was flattered, but not interested. Good for you, Amber. Good for you. Say no. Flattered, but not interested is like the perfect way to say no, but that makes me feel so good. And I appreciate the shit out of that. I mean, that is exactly how I've actually turned people down by saying, hey, I'm super fucking flattered. This makes me, like, this has boosted my ego, let me tell you. But also, I'm really sorry. I'm not really interested, not really into you in that way, but you're a really good friend and this ain't gonna change nothing. It's the perfect way to do that. I'm not the type to give up. Oh, that actually hurt. That was actual banging my head into the wall. Oh, God. Why? Why? I'm not the type to give up. And my dad told me persistence pays off. So I started bringing her flowers every day. Both at her work and her apartment. Ah! Is right. What? Okay. All right. Is the music volume good, by the way? Just triple checking, because this confirmed for me that this is absolutely going to be a video later on the channel. So is the volume of the music okay compared to my voice? It's not. I didn't stalk her. She lives close to the store, and I've seen her walk home a few times. Music is great. Perfect. Nice. Okay. She took me aside on Monday and told me that she felt it would be best if I dropped out of the D&D group she runs for the store. I asked her if she was also kicking Rob out of the group. She said no, claiming that I was harassing her. Oh, yeah, it's accidental stalking for sure. Ugh. I asked her if she was also kicking Rob out of the group. She said no. What level of copium is this kid smoke? Anyways, Tuesday, I went in and complained to the store owner, telling him about the situation and how it's unfair that she is kicking me out for having feelings for her, but not her boyfriend. We started off with the wrong fucking story, y'all. Wow. I told him how unprofessional it is to hang out with her boyfriend at work. The owner told me he'd investigate and asked for my phone number so he could get back to me. This morning, I got a phone call from him that after speaking with Amber and the other employees, I'm harassing her and he's decided to ban me from the store. I tried telling him I tried telling him they were lying to him, but he hung up on me. I want to sue him for punishing me for something I didn't do. Is there a specific type of attorney that specializes in this? Does the fact that I'm black and the rest of them are white give me any grounds for discrimination lawsuit? Ah! No! I hate it here. I asked her, is she kicking Rob out? This part I audibly laughed at. Oh, God. What the hell? This is... Girl lies to store owner. Oh, wait, what was the one under it? Clearly their engagement is a Sam, considering they've never openly banged in the middle of a D&D session. I was just thinking about that too. By the way, speaking of, hold on, let's go back over here. When complaining to the store owner, telling him about the situation and how it's unfair that she's kicking me out for, what is it? I told him how unprofessional it is to hang out with her boyfriend at work. Remember, I had noted when he even said they don't do anything romantic together, not even kiss, despite the fact that because she's being fucking professional. They're doing what they're supposed to. Bleh. Oh my God. All right, let's do box method here. Oh, is it really? Yeah, box method's dope. Every turn was a left and just ran straight into a wall, crashed through the wall, and then somehow there was a bigger wall behind it and it managed to go, I can crash through that too, watch. Like, how? Okay, so I don't think I have anything else I can really add to that. Like, round of applause for everybody else in the story, Amber and Rob and the store owner, who all took the appropriate actions at every single turn. Let's hope that the next one has a better update, shall we? OP deals with a terrible DM. The OP is Glass Hedgehog. Originally posted to r/D&D. Oh, and I do like this. Look at that. They included the acronyms because remember, this is not an RPG subreddit. This is, for general Reddit updates. So DM stands for Dungeon Master, all this other stuff. We all know this, but for you all. So this was originally posted May of 2016. Starting off a little interesting. Here we go. I'm not sure how much longer I can take it. The person DMing the 5e starter set for one of my D&D groups is terrible. He owns a PHB, but has not... Oh, wow. Hold on. There we go. A little bit of hiccup. He owns a PHB, but has never read the rules. He doesn't even know how combat goes. He makes up rules on the go. Really, he railroads us. He thinks, wouldn't X be cool? And then manipulates the situation so that X happens, even if it means making players skip their turns? Giving the thing we're fighting an extra turn, or just downright ignoring how physics works. He hates letting us roll initiative, and after we do roll initiative, he doesn't abide by it. Oh boy, oh boy. Okay, this is already gonna be a ride, huh? Does this already fall under... Let's read a little bit more context before we fill out any more stuff, shall we? Like, yeah, we have, what is it, bad DM ruling on the line, and we have not knowing the rules on the line. So, here we go. Let me make sure I get the right one. There we go. He's a nice guy, but a terrible DM. I've tried talking to him privately. I've tried explaining the rules to him publicly. I've tried so many things, but I am just not getting anywhere. He actually told me, sometimes you just need to trust your DM. I know that. I DM Out of the Abyss for a different group. Sometimes you do need to trust that your DM knows what they're doing. but he doesn't know what he's doing. And when he says trust the DM, what he really means is stop trying to ruin the perfectly adequate railroad I've built. I like that. That's a good quote. Stop trying to ruin the perfectly adequate railroad I've built. Oh my God. That's awesome. Mostly the other players don't care or seethe in silence. I hate that. Don't seethe in silence. Just communicate. Because sometimes one voice might not be heard by a shitty DM. Sometimes you need multiple voices ringing out saying, hey, we fucking hate this. But it all kind of came to a head when he told us to roll for surprise. The rogues explained, ROGUES, not rouge. Where is it? Not rouge, it is rogue. We finally got one. Let's fucking go. Bad spelling. The rogues explained that no one was trying to be sneaky, and he still insisted that we had to roll for surprise, not stealth. And it was like, what does that mean? What do we roll then? And he still insisted that we just roll a d20 and see what happens. I'll defend the DM on this. I've done this before, not the roll for surprise, but like having players roll d20s for me to determine certain outcomes. No modifiers, just for like specific chance stuff, right? Like it mostly comes up with monsters. If a monster doesn't have any real reason to go after one person versus the other, I'll have them roll d20s and announce whoever gets the lowest, the monster will attack. Like, easy enough. Like it's a little bit easier for me to like make it feel fair because okay, you guys rolled a little bit and I kept the interaction going. Yeah, a D100 or something like that can be kind of fun, but like I don't think this is the good faith that we're thinking it's going to be. So let's find out. Oh my God. It's like when he says, oh, I don't know if that. Hang on, this is going to bug me. There we go. Okay. It's like when he says, oh, I don't know if this monster's ability will affect you. Roll a d20 and I'll decide if it looks sufficiently high enough to work. All right, yeah. Nope, we're good. Whoa, what? Uh-oh. Accidentally turned down the volume. Yikes. That sounds good? Okay, cool. Where is it? Bad DM ruling. Very easy. You know what? I'm also going to fill an out-of-pocket statement from that last fucking post. There's no reason why we should not put out-of-pocket fucking statement. Holy shit. Yeah, I was holding off, but yeah, bad DM rulings on this. Or my personal favorite, you only rolled a 16 on that check. It didn't work. To which you respond that your modifiers make it a 20, but wait for it, it's still only a 16. Can't stand that. To which you ask what the DC is. His response, what's a DC? There we go. And there's not knowing the rules. And it's not like telling him what a DC is makes him utilize it in the future. It's gotten to the point where his ignorance is willful. Oh my God. I don't feel like I can back out of this game because it takes place at my apartment and I'm trying to make friends and am succeeding with everyone except for this dude. I think a part of it is his age relative to ours. He's older than us by several decades. And he's been playing D&D since the 70s? But he's been playing 5e for a significantly shorter period than us, and he refuses to read the rule. I just don't even know how to deal with this anymore. He actually made fun of me for being a rule stickler when I got mad that he made us all skip our turns because he refused to let us roll initiative during combat. My current plan is to just wait out the end of the starter set. It takes you to level 5. We just hit level 3. Then, once we've reached the end, either myself or someone else will volunteer to DM or the group will break up. But how would you handle this situation? So, part of me part of me does want to click on ignoring red flags, but I kind of can't for the most part because I understand why he's staying. I understand why this is an issue. It is because yeah, he's trying to make friends. He cares more about the other players than he does the DM. My current plan is to just wait for the end of the starter set. It takes you to level 5. We just hit level 3. Then, once we've reached the end, either myself or someone else will volunteer to DM, or the group will break up. But how would you handle this situation? Well, there's an update. You guys ready for the update? I don't think you're ready for the update. I'm not ready for the update. We're going to go with the update. So this was about a week or so later, like a little over a week later. TLDR of the original. Fiance and I are in a new city and trying to make friends. That makes a lot more sense. Okay. Fiance and I are in a new city and trying to make friends. Start a 5e D&D group. Dude who hasn't played since original D&D wants to DM. Who hasn't played since original D&D. Oh, even better. He's terrible. We're afraid to leave the group because we like some of the people in it. Update. The advice I got from pretty much everyone who commented in the last thread was to ditch this group. People had various degrees of politeness they thought I should use to ditch this group, but it was pretty unanimous. This DM was disrespecting our hobby and wasting our time by refusing to learn even the simplest rules of D&D. I pretty much ignored everyone's advice. All right, it counts now. Sorry. On that one, it counts. Because that's not a great... Oh, boy. Ooh, we're kind of close here. We got partner is the problem and communication issue. Come on. So, I pretty much ignored everyone's advice. Sorry, my throat's a little... Blech. Lost Minds only takes us through level 5, so it wasn't like this could go on forever. Another member of the group wanted to try DMing next, so the end of the current DM's reign was in sight. I really liked some of the other people in the group and wanted to keep those new friendships intact. We did start hanging out outside of D&D, so that was a good positive step in the right direction. And usually we did hang out outside of D&D. It was without the DM because there is a generational gap there. He is a good 25 years older than the next oldest person, which means that it's not him even. So that's even more age difference. It's gonna be interesting. Then it all went to hell and I had to finally act on everyone's advice. Some backstory. Everyone in the group is good alignment except for one dude who is playing an evil homebrew skeleton. Now, only one PC knew this guy was a skeleton because he kept himself covered in clothing 100%. I'm pretty sure all the PCs either knew he was evil or at least knew he wasn't good. My fiance was playing a good aligned cleric. At some point in Lost Minds, a skeleton PC was on his own and met a wraith. Funnily enough, my players just met this wraith as well. It was very different to what it was in the actual module, but for backstory reasons. Let's see here. They became friends. Around the same time, the cleric was growing suspicious of the skeleton because he was either a coward or undead, seeing how the spell Turn Undead affected him. The cleric was pretty sure he was going to need to take on the skeleton PC at some point. Okay, I was a little worried that was going to be a problem, but it seems like it's just, they want to play a character. So that sounds okay for now. Now, the DM wanted everyone to get along and for our farts to smell like roses and for double rainbows to grace our backdrop at every turn. This man made it his mission to make the cleric like the skeleton and even befriend him. After all, we are party members and all party members are supposed to be BFFs. Unknown to us, he rewrites the ending to Lost Minds, the 5e start set, and has the wraith tell the skeleton that the Spellforge being offline is causing all this unbalance in nature and that to set nature right, it must be restored to proper working order. Only a magic user can do this. Great, says the skeleton. I'm a wizard. I use magic. I mean, hold on, wait, we have a voice for this. I mean, lawful good magic user must do it, says the DM through the Wraith. Wraith? Shit, that means I have to go find the cleric, Skeleton PC says. I'm neutral good, my fiance says out of character. I mean, neutral good magic user must do it, says the DM through the Wraith. At this point, my fiance sends me an image via text and sighs. He knows what he must do. Yeah. The skeleton finds the cleric, tells him to come quick, and leads him directly to the Wraith. The Wraith then introduces himself as the guy who's been controlling the magical flame skull that almost killed the party. Fiance attacks Wraith through his cleric immediately. Skeleton PC and DM both freak out. Skeleton PC is freaking out because the Wraith is his friend. DM is freaking out because this wasn't supposed to happen. He thought that since the Wraith isn't actively trying to attack the cleric, then the cleric would just sit there and listen to and do everything the Wraith said without question. Is it just me, or is that Switch huge? No, Switch is normal size. It's my normal Switch. I mean, it's the original Switch. It is like the first Switch that came out. Fun fact, I originally bought this for my girlfriend at the time when it first came out. And when we broke up, I said, fuck this, I'm keeping it. For the record, she cheated. So that's why I was allowed to keep it. Oh, let's see. What do you mean? Check the bingo. Shit. Oh! Damn. So, Skeleton PC then proceeds to attack the cleric because the cleric is attacking the Wraith. Great, now we've got PvP going on. Let's see, there we go. Already, man, we are filling this out quick. And this is a second story too. Oh boy, yeah, we're getting real close here. Great, now we've got PvP going on. Wraith goes away by the magic of railroading, and the cleric PC starts attacking the skeleton PC back. DM calls session there in the middle of combat because he has no idea what to do. We do multiple and see how many we fill. Yeah, that's kind of the thing, right? Let's see if we can get full. That night, I got an email from the DM that details why what my fiance did was wrong, what he should have done, and how he expects my fiance to act in our next session. He details the plot he has written and says in no uncertain terms that we not only had no good reason for not following up the plot this time, but that we should follow it and play correctly next time. I've never seen it written out like that. Email. Oh well. I emailed DM back and give him my fiance's email for like the third time, and then proceed to explain that I don't appreciate being railroaded. I also tell him to read up on alignments in the PHB so he can understand why the good cleric attacked the evil Wraith. I get this nasty email back from the DM filled with personal attacks about me, my character, and my relationship with my fiance. Basically, the guy calls me abusive because I won't let my fiance speak for himself. Also, because he brings food to my house for the sessions, I should do exactly what he says. Because he's been playing for longer than I've been alive, I should respect him. He goes on and on about how hurt he is that I would even use the word railroading, and basically says a lot of nasty things about me as a person. He brings food to my house. Hey man, you ordered Domino's? Cool. Give me your car keys. Like, what the fuck do you mean I brought food to your house? You have to do what I say. What is this reverse ass vampire? Like, this is so stupid. Oh my God. After speaking with my fiance, I emailed him back and told him he was no longer welcome in my home and to read the rules before he attempts 5e again. I then sent a message to the other players that basically read, "I'm sorry, I received a private email from the DM and the contents were such that I can no longer play with him and he is no longer welcome in my home. I hope we all can still be friends." Then I messaged the guy who wanted to DM and told him that I was sorry for disbanding the group like this and that the DM had said some things to me that and that he was no longer welcome in my home. I also said I would still like to play with him going forward, but I understood if he chose not to include me in his upcoming campaign. I didn't go into detail with the other players because I didn't want to come across as causing drama. I did not want them to think less of me for airing the DM's dirty laundry, which I'm more comfortable doing here where there are internet strangers. Ultimately, the group decided that my fiance and I would be playing with them further, even if it meant the DM would not be. I'm very thankful that they were understanding of the situation, and I'm glad I didn't lose those new friendships. So y'all were right. I probably should have taken the advice sooner. TLDR, DM turned a disagreement over the game into a personal attack, and I banned him from my home and life. New friends don't hate me. There's more? Oh. Oh. I thought that was the conclusion. All right, what do we think? Do we think it's going to turn and the DM was right after all? Or do we think it's going to be like further actions from the DM? Pull out the airsofts. Oh my God. I see what you're talking about. Maybe it's like a Life is Great update. Yeah, those are always on these. Right? Oh boy. Update from the OP. I am OP. When my husband, fiance in the story, told me that he had posted here, I was mortified. From the Boru thread? B-O-R-U fret. I don't know what that means. Okay. A couple things. We did continue to play with the group for a while after this, but then the dude playing the skeleton went off to enlist, and the group tried to stay together, but did break up as people got busy with work, and the fall semester started for our youngest member. This is going to be interesting. Husband and I continued to play 5e with others. I DM'd a pretty successful run of Out of the Abyss and some homebrew content. A friend of ours continued DMing homebrew content. Then my husband DM'd Frostmaiden, and we ended last year right before I gave birth to our first kid. Now our little group has switched to Pathfinder. Okay, all right. Looking back at this, I absolutely understand why I ignored everyone's advice and also wish I hadn't. Dude just wasn't worth the time and energy, and he was too full of himself to ever fade into the player role. Oh, Puzzle was right, thank God. I later found out he said some nasty things to the other younger woman of our group. So it's clear a big part of this blow up was that I wasn't meek enough or compliant enough to just take his bullshit. I'm still not sure why he decided to direct things to me instead of my husband, because he thought he could control you. Do I wish I had done things differently? Absolutely. Am I happy with where I ended up from a tabletop perspective? Yeah, I am. Okay. All right. You know what? Oh my. Pino. All right, someone clip that just so I could put. Beto, you can never be a politician now. Holy shit. I think that's what it was, though. I think he thought he could control her because he had that opinion of, oh, women are meek and compliant and will listen to what big, strong man says, which no, the fuck they won't. Especially not to this fucking clod. Let's check the first, oh, when will Boru come back? Oh. Update from OP in the Best of Redditor update. Okay, Boru is Best of Redditor update. Got it. Okay, got it. Okay, I understand now. Let me double check something here. No D&D is better than bad D&D. Once again, rears its ugly head. Yep. I love how the DM accuses OP of being abusive by speaking for the fiance while ignoring the fiance's email and refusing to contact him directly. Like, yeah. Oh, God. Did we miss any for this story? Not communication issue. No metagaming, power building. No under the influence. Partner is the problem. No. No, it looks like everything else is pretty simple, pretty easy. There's a little bit of it's what my character would do, but it really felt like the skeleton player was not the problem. The skeleton player was doing what his character would do in a appropriate manner because clearly they didn't have any complaints about it. But it was the DM causing the problem by like overdoing like, yeah, it was the DM. It wasn't the player. The player actually seemed pretty okay. And a homebrew skeleton sounds fine, right? Like they were like, I thought that was a cool idea. Like they're a skeleton where they're covering themselves up with a lot of clothes. That's a fantastic idea. They would later be able to use Reborn. This is why a lot of DMs just ignore alignments. True, including me. I can't stand them. Am I the asshole for hating this guy that joined our D&D game late? This was originally, OP was Secrets Inside. Originally posted to r/am I the asshole H? Oh, am I the asshole? I hate myself. I hate myself for not figuring that out. Yeah, of course that's what that meant. So this has a trigger warning. Aggressive and inappropriate behavior. Okay. Originally posted June of 2024. It's new-ish. For this subreddit, it's new. Here we go. All right. And it's concluded, so this will be interesting. Here we go. Prefacing this by saying I am an autistic woman. The man who joined is an autistic man. Okay, so it probably is relevant. My question stems from wanting an outside opinion on if I'm valid in my dislike or if it is stemming from an internal ableism towards autistic people. Interesting. Okay. If the latter is the case, I will need to have a sit down with myself and figure my shit out. You know what? Liking the self-awareness so far. I'm giving a little bit of credence. Let's find out. I'm in a D&D group with my husband, two other married couples, a married man and a single man. A married man and a single man. Now, with the addition of another single man, in total, 6 men, 3 women. Without the additional person, we'd already had 7 sessions and have built a specific vibe for our party. And while very chaotic, it was working. That is a big ass group. It sounds like it's in person though, which is a little easier, but that's a lot. My ideal is like 4 or 5. 6 is honestly, in my opinion, even still a little bit too much, but my issue begins with the new guy when the new guy is introduced to our characters. This specific session, the other women couldn't make it, and so I was the only one. Everyone at the table knows I'm not very good with new people and can take a few meets to warm up to them. This new man introduces character by yelling at us to stop while we're trekking through the woods, running over to my character, grappling, or in his words, hugging her, and refusing to let her go. Okay. Yellow flag. Could just be a character thing. Not knowing boundaries is a fun D&D character trope. Can be fine. I am so qualified to talk about. Yeah, this one's a little okay. This can be interesting. Let's find out. All right. I made an off comment about how creepy that would be that a random man would come up to a woman and grapple her in the woods and then not say anything else, which he then proceeded to reiterate that he was hugging her multiple times, which I then said that hugging makes it even creepier. I was uncomfortable and DM could tell how weird it was making me feel since we have been friends for a long time, and so told me to do whatever would be your character's natural response in this situation. good DM. He reiterated that that statement when I said I don't know if I want to do that because it would definitely not go well for this new character. DM made it clear that this new character would be a party member. So I swung at him. I rolled low, so didn't actually hit, but the other men in the party were feeling protective and decided to escalate it. This new character was beaten to within an inch of his life. Okay, yeah, that's a bad DM ruling. That's where you should probably like, it's not solving out of game problems in game just yet, because technically it's all in game, but still not a huge fan of that. All right. While the combat was going on, about 20 minutes. Yeah, that's too long. This is way too long. This is bad on the DM, in my opinion. About 20 minutes, this character turned out to be a barbarian, so was super beefy. Everyone was giving the player tips on how to de-escalate the situation. Tips like let her go or surrender, just say you're sorry, explain that you're friendly and didn't mean to start a fight. Just a bit of side info. This new guy knew everyone but me. All the guys work together and know him, and I would say they are very friendly / patient people, and we're doing this in a very calmly way. Okay, maybe... Does it see... Yeah, I don't know. This is a little bit weird. Let's keep going. Eventually, he surrendered, and we went on with the session, but the entire night, I just felt gross and creeped out. He made sure to say at every chance there was to speak throughout the whole night that his character was crying in a bush, even when combat was happening. Oh, boy. Okay. It's making me not want to go to the next session because he will be there, and I can't tell if the reason for that is because of the situation or some unconscious bias about other autistic people that I need to locate in my mind and address. Or maybe it's even a bit of both. I asked my husband what he thought, and he agreed that it was super creepy and he didn't feel comfortable having this guy around me or my character, and so was feeling a bit protective both through his character and himself. He said he'll support me, whatever my decision is, but so no issues there. I just want a few other opinions before deciding how I feel about all of it. Please help. Am I overreacting? It's not bad. So from my perspective, if I had a player who came into one of my games, whether I'm DMing or playing in it, and they were like, I'm super huggy and I'm really hugging your character a lot, right? I would, out of character, if it was making me uncomfortable, say, hey, I actually think that like this is making me a little bit uncomfortable. Just because, like, you know, you don't even have to specify why. You can just say, hey, this is making me feel uncomfortable. And that should be that. Like, that'll be easy to go. But OP has mentioned that she is autistic. There may be a bit of an issue communicating that. It seems like the other players are aware that she has an issue with communicating, especially with new people. Good friends. I can already see this right off the bat. It seems like they are patient and they understand each other's challenges that they are going through, and they try to work with them. I don't agree with how they reacted with like beating him within an inch of his life. That felt really weird. If it was like they pushed him off or they tripped him to the ground and he still got up and hugged her, then maybe that would be like enough to be like, okay, well, now the only thing that like is working. But again, that is an out of character thing. Or as a DM, if I saw this was happening and someone was getting uncomfortable, I would basically say like, you know, all right, as you break up the hug, realizing that she is uncomfortable, you back away. And if the players started going, no, I wouldn't back away, I would, as DM, go, yes, you are, because the other player is getting a little uncomfortable. So we're going to go ahead and knock that off here. Like, just end it. It is a little bit on the DM. It's a little bit on the players. Needs to be better communication here. I'd even go so far as to say, this is a communication issue. I'm actually going to put this here. This is a bit of a communication issue. As soon as you bear hug the PC, you tell them why you are telling them to stop. let the PC go and apologize easy. Yeah. Like, that is something that they should have done a little, not to victim blame, obviously. Like, again, OP is it obviously has problems communicating, and I understand that, but the friends probably should have also picked up on it, as well as the DM. So let's see. TLDR, can't tell if I'm ableist for disliking someone based off their character introduction in a D&D campaign, or if my dislike is valid. Relative comments. Here we go. Dude, you're autistic yourself, and you presumably have manners? I don't care if it's because women are more easily taught how to mask or whatever. Dude needs to learn how to respect other people and their boundaries, and what you're describing ain't it. Cat1832 says, not the asshole. I've had men thinking that grabbing, groping, etc. is okay in D&D simply because it's in a game. I've had to issue threats of in-game castration. Oh my god. Does that count for solving out-of-game problems in game? Not quite. Yeah. Yeah, it's... Are you talking about odd for sentence for if it's because women are more easily taught how to mask or whatever? That... Yeah, that's a bit of a weird one. It sounds like they're just not communicating what they mean. It sounds like they're basically saying, hey, you're on a similar level and you are not like exuding this kind of bad behavior, I think. Yeah, the castration is a little wonky. And told the DM in no uncertain terms that I refused to play with people who thought that was okay. The DM tried to sweep it under the rug, and then again said DM turned out to be a neo-Nazi shithead as well, so I quit the table entirely. Set your boundaries, you and your husband, and preferably everybody else at the table. Make it clear that his conduct, the initial hugging, and the pathetic attempt at guilt-tripping manipulation by saying he's crying in a bush was unacceptable, and another incident will see him booted. Okay. All right. As a teacher in a school that heavily focuses on children with autism, it does not matter. Boys are held in the same standard when it comes to mannerisms to women, and they are not the asshole. That's kind of what I was thinking. Like, there's no difference between OP being a woman and him being a man. I don't think that has any credence on any of this. He just was not acting appropriately. So it is on the player. Whether or not there is a learning issue there or a issue with communicating those feelings is besides the point. OP was uncomfortable. Should have stopped. So, update 24 days later. Thought I would update since it's been a while since my post. Before the creepy guy was added to our campaign, DM asked my husband what he thought of inviting him and my husband. What he thought of inviting him, and my husband told him that he's a creep even at work. So why would they want him around their loved ones? DM said that he isn't that bad and invited him anyway, which then led to this situation. After it happened, I talked to everyone, minus DM, in the party, and they all agreed, after thinking about it, that it was incredibly creepy and uncomfortable. I talked to DM about it, and after I talked to DM about it after coming to the consensus that I wasn't overreacting, and while he apologized and said he would talk to him, he took his side and told me I should have said something, even though I did numerous times when it was happening. Okay, so yeah, the OP was straight up communicating not okay with this out of game. Like, I don't know if that was communicated in the original post, but yeah, OP was saying, I'm not comfortable with this. Got it. Fucking yikes. Jesus Christ. Okay. The week after the incident, barely anyone showed up, and the vibe was definitely strained. DM kept getting annoyed at people more than normal. A few people commented that this campaign feels like it's dying and started talking about new characters they would like to make, and DM said it wouldn't be a problem since his world is open world. So he could just fit a new party in if needed. By the end of the session, everyone left feeling kind of awkward and off. My husband and I had plans the next 2 weeks, and we let DM know. Apparently, no one else showed up for those 2 weeks, and on the third week, DM sent a message to the group chat that he was calling the end of the campaign. DM's wife is now ignoring me, and I already have a complex about how few friends I have. I'm a housewife, so I'm overall feeling like I'm to blame for the whole situation. What's done is done, but I did enjoy having Friday D&D nights. Even if now we've apparently burned the bridge of our gaming friends. I mean, that sucks. That really does. This is an Am I the Asshole, right? Am I the Asshole? Not the asshole. Not the asshole at all. You were feeling uncomfortable. People were not understanding or responding to your discomfort, and they were letting things continue on. Not the asshole at all. That's really shitty. That's unfortunate. The DM sounds like they were just kind of a shitty DM as well. Yeah. Like, that was big ass fucking yikes. IDMTAH what? All right, hold on. Let me try to figure this out. Is DM the asshole? Yes. God damn it. You didn't let me figure it out. What the fuck, Pino? Let's see here. No D&D is better than bad D&D. DM sucked for inviting someone the rest of the players weren't comfortable with. Like, whoa. Edit, this post is showing all 5 geek social fallacies in action. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that's too long to read. Yeah, we're not reading that. Holy shit. Like, that... Okay, can I, yep. Okay, can we just, yep, there's a lot of, okay. So new person shows up, harass it. That's, you know what? I'm going to count this. That's SA. I'm sorry. That's straight up SA. Like, that was really bad. You know what? We have one that I got to read over on our Discord, y'all. So feel free, if you want to, on the Discord, you can submit your RPG horror stories, or my personal favorite, if you want to, and I would really appreciate the fuck out of this, RPG wholesome stories. I would love to read these. I was just watching Smosh Reddit stories, and they were doing wholesome stories, and I was crying at work. I would love to read some of these. So if you have any, go on there, post them. That said, let's read this one by the lovely Beto. You can see, I want to thank my mother, my grandmother, and my friends. A while back, my friends and I were in a Tyranny of Dragons campaign when our DM suddenly decided to quit. He was leaving to become an Uber driver, so we were left without a game. We eventually found a new game that promised something exciting, a world where all the bad guys had won. I actually know, and for just quick reference here, I actually was told the story by Beto before, but I actually know what you're talking about. There is an actual book that was written that basically is about if every module that happened, the heroes lost and the bad guy won, and what the world would look like beyond that. And it's really interesting. It's been recommended for Vecna, like to use that for the Vecna module. I probably won't be doing that, but still really interesting read. So basically, yeah. Not at all. No. It gets better. The mists expand, I think. I don't know. So, world where all the bad guys had won. We were hooked and signed up for the highest tier on their Patreon, which offered free games all week. See, you've already discounted the fact that you signed up for a Patreon. Those games aren't free. But I get what you're saying. You can join the games for free once you've signed up. We made edgy characters and got super hyped. The new DM was our age and seemed like he knew what he was doing. Ooh. Edgy loner. We just need No Session Zero and Treasure Hog. All right, come on. We got this. But then things went downhill fast. In the first few weeks, the DM spent an hour of our sessions talking about his previous campaigns and serial killers. Spent an hour of our sessions? So This is paid D&D. Like, I'm going to say this flat out. This is not a free D&D. This is still paid D&D. You are signing up for the patron to join paid D&D. Therefore, this is a paid DM who is doing this. That's Jesus Christ. All right. That's wow. I will ask Beto, this is not in the story, but I'll ask, did you guys have a session 0? Yes or no? We did not. Someone let Crispy know. Oh, we just need a treasure hog now. All right, here we go. So in the first few weeks, the DM spent an hour of our sessions. He also took 4 to 6 10-minute breaks to smoke, which really killed the vibes. 10 minutes, 4 to 6, that's an hour out of each session. So an hour to talk about serial killers, an hour to smoke for 4-hour sessions. That's half the games. It quickly became clear that nothing we did in the game mattered. For example, an NPC once poisoned a friendly NPC, and we tried to show proof to the headmaster, but the DM claimed we hadn't grabbed the poison, despite us clearly saying we did. It was like he wasn't prepared for anything that didn't fit his predetermined script. Ooh, railroading would be a good one to throw into the mix, right? Let's keep a note on that. There we go. The world itself made no sense. We were supposed to be trapped in a dome because the outside was too dangerous. Yet a teacher got one of the PCs drunk, escaped, and married a random person in a town that wasn't even supposed to exist. We later found out this was a gag from a previous campaign that the DM thought was funny. Sorry, let me read this. Mind you, he kept saying how much the teachers were protecting us, yet they ignore every alert we try to give them about students poisoning other students. We expressed our frustration, telling him how boring the game was compared to what was promised. He finally said he'd give us an exciting mission with amazing magic items, claiming he'd been prepping for weeks. But when we did complete the mission and opened the chest, he spent 2 hours of our 3-hour session Googling magic items because he hadn't actually prepared. Sounds like Hogwarts. Yeah, pretty much. Oh my God. In the end, our amazing loot was a drift globe, a candle of the deep, and a cloak of billowing. The final straw for me was when I told the DM I had to go to the Dominican Republic because my grandpa was sick. He responded by saying my character wouldn't gain XP while I was away. I told him I wasn't putting my family behind his terrible campaign and quit on the spot. The other players left the next day. One of the original players from that campaign is now part of my Saturday group. To this day, I haven't encountered a worse DM. Hey, don't discount the cloak of billowing. The cloak of billowing is dope. What the fuck? So, not only shitty DM, paid shitty DM. Why? Drift globe. I'm sorry. 2 hours Googling magic items? I gotta ask how much the Patreon was. This is a rare moment where I get to talk to the actual, like, OP here. $500! You fucked with my dyslexia. I thought that was Beto. What did he get? $60! That's still too much. I got, bro. I got on stream. I got in fucking 4K over here. Oh, fuck. God damn it. Oh, Jesus Christ. But still, $60? That's still too fucking much. This is the kind of shit that makes paid DMs get made fun of, honestly. So yeah, if you have your own RPG horror story, feel free to submit it to the Discord. We only have this much. Do we try to get at least one bingo? Rob was not the problem. Rob Rob was not the problem, Pito. Rob was fine. All right, you know what? To bring us home, I think I know one that we can go for here. DM allows player to roll persuasion to force all other players to give him all of their money. Just before a short rest, a warlock who had developed a reputation for harebrained schemes and general silliness stated he wants to persuade the table to give all of their money to him. He didn't provide much for an actual argument, simply stating something like, "You all should give me your money, I will keep it safe." The DM, this is a 5e campaign, told him to roll persuasion, which he did, getting a high roll. I think it was a 17. 3 players within earshot were then told to roll persuasion, and 2 of them came up short, including me. That's not how any of this works. Okay. The DM then told us that our characters were persuaded and that we relinquished all of our gold to the warlock. No, I'm sorry, the werelock. They're warlocks under full moon, but otherwise they're just a fighter. This is absolutely PvP, by the way. I have a fundamental issue with this. I don't necessarily have a problem with the PvP aspect of this. See, right there. Look at that. As we had already engaged with some mild physical skirmishes and headbutting amongst the party. But I think that the reason to roll for anything within the party should be to simulate something that can't be acted out well. And persuading the party can and should be acted out. Obviously is a different story if the player in question is using an actual spell like Charm. And even if we accept such a thing could happen via a roll, I feel like the roll should to resist the persuasion should be made an advantage or with a significant bonus, as getting someone to give up their money for no reason should be a very difficult task. In this case, I was also wary of Warlock due to previous interactions, so I feel I should have received an additional bonus due to naturally less likely view on Warlock's suggestions favorably. This is the DM's first campaign, and the second one I have ever been a part of as a player. Half the table has never played D&D before, so sessions are very slow as we figure stuff out. And in general, he is doing a fantastic job. This is our 3rd session, and I'm really enjoying my time at the table. It's just that this one incident made my blood boil a little bit. Edit. It's been very reassuring to read everyone's comments and to know I'm not taking crazy pills here. The consensus is that I should talk to the DM about this, and I'll definitely do that if he continues to do things like this. In general, he's put a lot of work into the campaign and made it a very fun experience, so I thought I'd just vent about this one issue for now. You should absolutely still talk to them about this, even if you... I am very guilty of this, oh, well, this one mess up, I'll wait for a couple more before I address it. Not generally a good idea. I recommend just talking to your DM right off the bat and just letting them know, hey, this is how this makes me feel. Maybe if you want to wait, but for something as major as this, like all your gold being taken away, you might want to just go ahead and talk to your DM a little bit. This isn't the worst thing in the world. It seems like it's just new players being new players and a new DM being a new DM. It's not the worst thing in the world. However, does this count as treasure hog? I think I just leave you all unsatisfied. So you'll come back next time to try to... Yeah, it's treasure hog. We got a bingo, y'all. Rob is the problem. Put it on a shirt. Rob's the problem. Holy shit. Oh my God. Yeah, we got ourselves a bingo. This was a lot of fun. I do agree. I think this is a lot of fun. We did not get cheating. That does not count about me talking about my ex. This was a lot of fun, though. I hope you guys actually enjoyed this. This is I think I'm gonna have to do this again. This is it's definitely a do again. I think I'm gonna add a few more. I think what was one of the thing? Amber Chief. Pino, what the fuck? But I hope you all have a great night. I love you all. Thank you for bearing with my sickness. and we'll be back. Bye, everybody.